Okay, let's see today's updates in business. So Maruti Suzuki, as you know, it is it's a legendary Japan and India collaborative company, and Maruti Suzuki India, they are planning to purchase assets of Suzuki Motors Corporation. That is a Japanese entity's assets in India. That is a manufacturing plant in Gujarat state, and that has a production capacity of about 750,000 cars uh, uh, every year. And Maruti Suzuki is planning to increase its capacity by 4 million cars before 2020, 2030 to 2031. So most of the locations are known, but some are still being studied. So they are planning to acquire this assets, but actually it's not asset acquisition. It's going to be acquisition of shares of the Gujarat manufacturing plant for about 12,000 crore rupees in Indian currency, and this funding is coming from the cash, the idle cash, which the company is Maruti Suzuki is having, which goes to about 45,000 crores. Right. So the way they are going to do this is first they are going to terminate the contract manufacturing agreement with the manufacturing plant, and then purchase the shares from Suzuki Motor Corporations. Right on the debt market side, it is a very bright story from Adani Group. Another bright story, I would say. Maruti Suzuki itself was a bright story, and here it's another bright story because reputationally, the Adani Group, they are going to issue notes for a volume of about 150 billion INR, Indian rupees, and they are planning to tap the local currency market for that. So the credit market is very vibrant about this decision. And the notes typically it would come as 5 billion to 10 billion lots in INR currency. So on the uh, so the Indian financial year starts from April. So the if you see for financial year 23, that is the previous financial year, the results are out in terms of the proportion of loans given by banks, and typically it was about 51% to business, and remaining 49% to personal sector. And within business services, they are leading than industries. And in services, it's been aviation services which has been leading in terms of the intake of fresh loans, followed by banks giving loans to non-banking financial corporations. So on the industry side, mostly they have been running with in the corporate sector. They have been running with overutilization. So companies they are quite wary about investing in additional capacities because they think that the inflation is going to cool down the market. Given that it is the infrastructure sector which is actually leading this fresh loans in purchases. And within infrastructure sector, as we the cement, because of the demand and increasing activities in construction, cement and steel, they are actually leading in terms of both the growth and in terms of the intake of fresh loans. On the if you see on the venture capital investment side, on the venture capital and private equity area, there has been a dip in July to about 42% in terms of the value of investments from this strategies. So what if you see in year to date, that is in 2023 from beginning of the year till July, the investments have been around 18 billion dollars, But if you take a year-on-year comparison, in previous year it was about $34 billion. This actually indicates that there is a change in strategy of these venture capital and private equity firms. So they are thinking, and then they would be investing in the future. On the airlines aviation industry, another news is in terms of Jet Airways. It has come in. It has been in the insolvency resolution process for some time, and the winner of the bid in, of the resolution process, they have uh, they have fetched, or they have been successful in obtaining an extension of the air operator license for Jet Airways up to next month. So this is a sign of good commitment by the winner in terms of their efforts, what they are going to make for the revival of the company. On the GST side, again, there has been interesting data about the number of cases of GST evasions on the goods and service tax evasions by taxpayers, and the number of recovery cases uh, from those evasions. And the finance minister has told that this has been possible because they are tapping into the strength of data analytics and artificial intelligence to track the risky taxpayers and to detect any tax evasion. So that is a very interesting news from GST side, and I mean, again ahead of the upcoming GST Council meeting, the e-gaming has also come into talks because that has a very high GST of about 28%, and they have. It's one thing is very clear that it is not, there is no distinction going to be made whether like it is a game of skills or is it a game of chance, that is whether e-gaming or is it gambling. But as far as money is involved, this is not going to be the categorizing. It's only going to be whether money is involved or not involved. And when money is involved, most of the e-gaming is it lacks transparency as required by the GST regime. So it is very clear that it is going to be at 28%. So in the upcoming GST Council meeting, it is unlikely that this topic is going to be taken up and debated. Then there is an IPO news. Vinces, they are going for IPO, and the shares offering value is about 40 crores, and uh, about 50% is already held with the anchor investors, and another 25% is coming to the retail investors. So the strategy of the company is they are into software development and manpower consulting, and also training operations. So training operations they have in Africa and in Middle East. So and their clients typically like Oracle, Red Hat, Cisco. Those are their clients. So with this money acquired, they are planning to expand in developed markets, increase their revenue potential. Suzlon Energy, they have come up with the quarter one profit statements, and showing a green 100 crore profit from a red 60 crore negative compare in previous year. So the operating margins is remaining stable. However, this net profit turnaround has been possible because of the fall in financing cost. This is very interesting because at a time where interest rates in India are very high, the financing cost has actually come down. But I don't have the details of those uh, as of now, but this is at a high level. There have been some talks about plans of Flipkart IPO, but it's been said by strategic investors that there is no plan as yet. But if at all there is a plan, then it would be the board's decision, and the strategic investors, they are supportive of that. And in terms of the strength of Flipkart, it is being told that they are very good at vendor relationships, and the way they think about behavior of customer and how they can actually serve the customers better. That is through the data. So they are very good in data analytics as well. So it is for this reason that Flipkart is also fetched an opportunity to assist its strategic investors in setting up African marketplace. However, Flipkart's focus remains, needless to say, India. Another key bright aspect about Flipkart is it is the contribution margin is positive. So contribution margin typically is the revenue is sufficient enough to cover the variable cost, and then in addition to that, it also covers the fixed cost as well. So that is about what we have today. And then the on the note on electronics, the electronic, if you see financial year 2023, the electronics output from India, manufacturing output is 100 billion dollars. If you flip that 23 to 32, that is financial year 2032, Indian electronics industry manufacturing output would be sixfold, that is $600 billion. And this increase in demand is driven by the increasing disposable income with households, the increasing number of households, and urbanization. So it is a very bright prospective journey for electronic industries in India. So today about life, yesterday we saw about happiness, and today about learning from nature. That is, nighttime is very dark and daytime we find a light. So day follows night. So it is a cycle. So whenever there is tough times, be very confident that your easy times or good times are coming. Right? See you tomorrow. Thank you.